You ever wondered what the food that the faithful and discreet slave provided, at the proper time? Did you ever wonder what that was? Here in Matthew 24, verse 45. Who really is the faithful and discreet slave whom his master appointed over his domestics to give them their food at the proper time? Now, did you ever wonder what that food actually was? Well, guess what? Judge Rutherford wrote this book, The Harp of God. Proof conclusive that millions now living will never die. And this was written it was published by the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society, International Bible Students Association, by J.F. Rutherford in 1921 by People's Pulpit Association in Brooklyn, New York. In paragraph 420 on page 239. Without a doubt, Pastor Russell filled the office for which the Lord provided, and about which he spoke, and was therefore that wise and faithful servant, ministering to the household of faith meet in due season. There we have Pastor Russell is the faithful and discreet slave, or the wise and faithful servant. In 1884, he caused, in due season, Pastor Russell finished his earthly course in 1916. In 1884, he caused to be incorporated the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society, intended by him to, and we'll go over here, page 240, to continue the work of the harvest after his earthly career was finished, and which is yet carrying it on. The great work of gathering together Christian people can be designated in no other way than as a harvest, and fully meets that which was foretold by the Lord Jesus. His work, which has covered a period of about 45 years, has never had for its purpose the forming of any arrangement by which Christians join anything. Its purpose and work has been, and is, to enlighten men and women concerning the great divine plan, and by this means of proclaiming the message of truth has This great work of gathering together Christian people can be designated in no other way than as a harvest, and fully meets that which was foretold by the Lord Jesus. This work, which has covered a period of about 45 years, has never had for its purpose the forming of any arrangement by which Christians join anything. Its purpose and end work has been and is to enlighten men and women concerning the great divine plan, and by this means of proclaiming the message of truth has gathered together Catholics, Protestants, Christians from all denominations in all parts of the earth. These Christians are not the followers of Pastor Russell, but are followers of the Lord, and rejoice to feed upon the food that the Lord has provided for them through his wise and faithful servant. Furthermore, Jesus said, with reference to his second presence, for wherever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. The eagles will be gathered together. Wherever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. And that's Matthew 24, verse 28. And so it is. The carcass here refers to the spiritual food. The carcass here refers to the spiritual food provided for the household of faith. The eagles are those of keen vision and sharp appetite, anxious to know that of the Lord's word and equally anxious to feed upon it. Hence we find gathering together many earnest Christian people in groups in various parts of the earth, who know no nationality, whose citizenship is in heaven, whose allegiance and devotion is to the Lord and to his kingdom of righteousness. So here, Judge Rutherford figured out what he was supposed to feed us: a carcass. The carcass. The carcass here refers to the spiritual food. The spiritual food is a dead carcass. I'm glad. I often wondered what that spiritual food was, and now I know. I'm glad Judge Rutherford cleared that up for me.